And after only a fairly short time, we are back! Yes, we're back. Like I said, I only had to run a fairly short errand, and I would like to get a little bit more of this done, so here we are. Yeah, I just had to go run some snacks to my girlfriend, because she's working. A lot of places are shut down, but she works at a grocery store, so they kind of can't. A lot of them are actually working after close just to try to tidy the place up a bit, because believe you me, she's seen a lot of really crazy shit since all of this has been going on, and we're not even, like, anywhere near so bad as a lot of other places, so, you know. It's kind of nasty out. It's kind of like snowy rain kind of stuff, as the cat is investigating now, obviously. What do you think about it, Esme? Sucks, doesn't it? It's windy. You don't like the wind, do you? No, neither do I. In any case, we're going to carry on with some more Red Dead, and mostly it's going to be running down to the New Austin area and exploring, because I've got some challenges and such I need to finish. Oh, also, before I forget to mention it, because I know I did when I started the stream earlier. Yeah, hey, Rolls, long time no see. I haven't seen you in so long. But no, because I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the stream earlier. Okay, so the two songs I played before I started earlier were Cruel Cruel World by Willie Nelson, which of course is a song that, well, I mean, it's an old song, but it's also a song on the soundtrack for this game. And, The Shootist from the soundtrack for the original game, which is basically John's theme song. And this time around, it was a song called The Fine Art of Conversation from the soundtrack for this game. And I know I mentioned this on a completely different stream, but I'll say it again. I kind of hate myself that I didn't recognize Cruel Cruel World as being a Willie Nelson song, because I know I've heard it before. I know I did. And it's Willie Nelson, so you think you'd recognize the man's rather distinctive voice, but nope, apparently I didn't. Thieves Landing ain't as much as it's going to be in the future, eh, John? When you get here later. See, all them angry fellows are gone. Probably because I killed them all. Good old Del Lobos. Oh no, man, Rolls. At this point, I presume Willie Nelson is immortal? Laughing Gull? You laughing at? Now granted, I used to say the same thing about Lemmy Kilmister, and then sadly he passed, but of course he ended up dying because of something, like, really swift and brutal that took him out faster than you would expect. He had brain cancer, that's what ended up taking Lemmy out. But it had to be something as serious as that, because other than that, the man seemed like he was made of iron. Yeah, if Mick Jagger hasn't died yet, he never will. That's another one. Or Keith Richards, more specifically, because I don't know, he's become a lich at this point, I feel. Keith Richards at this point has become master of the undead. Christ, how old is Willie Nelson now, anyway? I gotta... give me a minute. I gotta actually stop and look that up, because he's gotta be... Christ, if he's not in his 80s. He's 86 years old. Jesus Christ. 86, yes, yes. Oh, you meant to say Keith Richards? Yeah. I know, I mean, Mick Jagger's getting up there too, but...
There you go. Easy there.
I almost kind of feel like my sound is out of sync a little bit, but I'm not sure.
Keep coming on, girl.
I know an easy way to find out. Yeah, my sound's out of sync. Well, that means I'm probably gonna have to restart this again. This is quite the night for technical difficulties, eh? Yeah, I remember this happened when I was streaming Super Mario RPG a while ago too, and what I had to do was I had to shut off the system and reload it again. I say hopefully it's just the system and not I gotta shut off the stream while I'm at it. But I mean, if it's gonna happen, tonight's the night, eh? So hey, it's me again. Oh boy. Ooh. Been doing a lot of sitting on my ass the last couple of days, starting to catch up to me. See, it's funny, you know, when I was younger, I used to be, well, I mean, I don't know, lazy to a degree, I suppose. But, like, you'd be able to sit down and play video games for hours and hours on end, and it would not affect you. But, I don't know, for whatever reason nowadays, it's like if I'm sat down for too long, I just feel like I'm slowly dying. And it's like the simplest thing in the world, too. It's just like you're sat down doing nothing, but for whatever reason, it just hurts like a son of a bitch afterwards. Which is to say nothing of actual physical labor, because I'm not as good at that as I used to be either. I'm pretty sure I've got some weights around this apartment somewhere. I should really break them out again. Let's pump it up. Must, you know, take Charles' example. As we saw earlier when Charles is, like, friggin' jacked like you wouldn't believe. Okay, it looks like it's synced back up again now. Oh boy. Maybe I should have had more caffeine. But nah, I'm good. I'm good. Excuse me while I just look around at my surroundings. As if I'm confused by my own apartment. I mean, it's relatively new to me, I guess. I've only been living here for a few months yet. Let's bug the cat. Okay. Let's stop bugging the cat. I don't want her to attack me again. I mean, we both know we are our very best enemies, Esme. You know that, right? Yeah. Da-da-da-da. I gotta say though, it's been really weird the past few days, and again, I know it's worse in other places, but like, when I was still working, right? I was working Wednesday, and there's a bunch of like little restaurants and stuff. Well, there's a pile of restaurants downtown, what am I talking about? And I work down in that area. So like, if I don't have anything on me, typically I'll go to a little coffee shop down the street for lunch. And I mean, it's never, like, packed, but there's usually a few people there. Like, they got, like, a couple of, maybe a dozen or a couple of dozen people there. The last few times I went there to eat, though, there was nobody. And it's really surreal, because even at its slowest, the downtown area in the city is pretty, like, bustling, but there's, like, no one around anymore, which is a good thing, all things considered. It's just, I don't know, it's surreal. It's probably the best way to put it. Anyway, let's switch back over. Oh, I think the game actually plopped me. Yeah, the game plopped me where I wanted to go. Alright, we're good. Seth Bars, you in here, you creepy, creepy man? No? Okay. Oh, I can search the chimney. And I can sleep in this bed. I found a fertility statue. Interesting. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Rules. And see, the thing about that is, too, the economy in this province is pretty shitty. And the rent in a lot of the places, because, like, the downtown area, it's one of the oldest, like, areas in, hell, North America. One of the oldest European settled areas in North America, anyway. And it's like, there's a lot of tiny businesses down there, and it's basically the city's pride and joy, but they fuck it over frequently, if, you know, I may be so bold to say, because it's like, rent down there is crazy high. Parking is non-existent, because it's a bunch of streets that were originally laid out back in the 1600s, and, like, you know, it sucks, because small businesses like restaurants and art stores and stuff, they come and go, because if they don't get enough business, they go under. And we've already had one state of emergency where everything had to shut down for a week or more, and that was only a couple of months ago. And a lot of places are still reeling from that, so I don't know, it's gonna be interesting to see how things end up now. Like, the government has said that they're going to be giving a bunch of money to small businesses and people who are essentially going to be laid off because of this thing, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. Anyway, that over there was the... Oh, hello, autosave. That over there was the little shack that you can find Seth in during Undead Nightmare, so, yeah. And let's go over to Stillwater Creek, because there is another locale that John is sort of familiar with that we can check out. Oh yeah, while I'm at it, let's actually find some herbs too, because I have that challenge I wanted to complete. That's one of the main reasons I came down here in the first place. I've already picked some parasol mushrooms, but we'll get some anyway.
Over here. You're a good girl now.
Oh yeah, no, I imagine it's just as hard or harder everywhere else. I know that. I don't know, this is just my concern about the little things that are going on here. I know we're actually still getting off relatively easy, all things considered. But I mean, there's certain places that are absolutely fucked because of this thing. And I know you guys have it pretty rough down in the States for a lot of reasons. Oh, I found a legendary fish location. Because your healthcare can be kind of spotty at best, I know, down that way. Although it's funny, up here we kind of have an opposite problem, because everyone can get healthcare relatively cheaply. It's just that in certain provinces it's hard to find doctors.
Oh, no.
But I mean, that's it. We must carry on and struggle through as best we can. I mean, maybe I should follow John's example and start train robbering. Robbering, yes, you heard me. You got to do some of that there train robbering. Get yourselves the monies. That creepy guy and his deceased wife don't live here now, do they? apparently I can live here, at least for a little bit. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I've been hearing horror stories about stuff down in the States. It's like, you know, it's just... Oh, my stamina's at max level. But it's just like... I don't know, you gotta go in to the hospital for something and it costs you like three grand. That boggles my mind.
Come on, lady.
Case in point, a couple of years ago, I know I've told this story on stream before, I, damn fool that I am, chopped off the tip of my thumb when I was cutting potatoes, and I had to go to the emergency room, and I was there for hours, so I can only imagine how much that would have cost if I wasn't living in Canada. Because I didn't have to pay anything. I had to wait for like 6 hours, but I didn't have to pay anything. Yeah, so this is a river, apparently?
Might work.
I've got to be getting pretty close to having all these legendary fish. Oh, funny thing, actually. Apparently there is one legendary fish that's vaguely mentioned, but you can't actually catch it, and that's a channel catfish. And people have dug up the character model for this fish. It was dummied out because it didn't work. And it's fucking massive. It's frighteningly huge. And... Whoa, it's you! Legendary redfin pickerel.
Can't put you back.
But yeah, it's huge, it's frightening looking, and what doubly makes it frightening looking is the fact that the model is not completed. People have managed to dig up the model for this fish, and it's half done, so like it's this massive fish that's kind of twisted and flat in the middle, and it's god-awful looking, and it's, oh man. It's a hell of a thing, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, you're right, Rolls. That right there is the thing. It's like neither system was really all that great, because... Unless it's an absolute emergency, you typically don't get in very soon up here.
There, girl. Come on.
Like, unless you literally have something that's going to kill you immediately if they don't get it looked at, they usually put it off for a while. It takes you forever to actually get seen.
Easy now.
And down in the States, you can get seen pretty much immediately, but then you're in the poorhouse because you had to pay for it. So I don't know. It's just weird the way that works. Are these flowers I'm looking for? Are those flowers I'm looking for, or is that just carrot? That's just carrot. Oh look, there goes my Wi-Fi connection again. Ah, what's this? This is new. Ah, English mace, that's one I needed. Well, clearly, because it's one that's new and I haven't picked it yet. Alright, so I've actually been keeping tabs on which ones I've been picking. Yes, phone, I know you're dying. I have a little list on my phone about which ones I've been collecting.
Come on, then.
Yes, you'd sooner keep your money in your pocket. You can wait to get the gunshot wound taken care of. What happened to you? Fell on a bullet. Okay, so now I've got a couple of fish I can mail. I just need to find a place to mail them. Hello, what are you? Nah, it's just raspberry. Pick plenty of you. And I'll pick more.
Slow it.
Is that wild feverfew? Yes, good. One of the classic herbs that you pick in the earlier game. Actually, hey, there's something interesting I learned a while ago that, I don't know, I find it really neat.
You're a good fit.
Because something, something I knew, like, when the first game came out, was that Red Dead Redemption wasn't actually a new thing. It was sort of a sequel to a game that came out on the PS2 called Red Dead Revolver. I knew that. It's just that, you know, Red Dead Revolver didn't blow up as much as the first game did. But what I didn't realize is that Red Dead Revolver was originally a game that was going to be developed by Capcom, of all people. And it was basically just going to be a beat-em-up with guns, and it was supposed to be a spiritual sequel to a game they released in '85 called Gunsmoke. It's just that Capcom really didn't think it was going to work all too well, so they just basically sold it to Rockstar, and they ended up making Red Dead Revolver. So, this could have been a Capcom series. Imagine how different it would have been. Hey, fella.
Okay there.
Join me, or the predators will think I'm on my lonesome.
Sure.
You're very kind.
You a bounty hunter, mister?
I have been. Why?
No offense, I just know the type. I done some myself a couple years back. Like most things in life, it don't live up to the billing. And my brother, he's dead now, but he used to tell me stories about Red Harlow.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Yep, you probably heard of him. Legendary bounty hunter bringing the savage outlaws of the frontier to justice. A man who watched his parents get murdered in front of him as a boy, but who uses that pain to become a better man and ultimately to wreak his vengeance.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bounty hunting never felt like that to me. Nothing heroic about riding for 3 days to turn in some low-down chicken thief. Nothing easy in this life, so I can't sit around all day.
Hero was talking about Red Dead Revolver, and this man starts telling me about the story of Red Dead Revolver, because Red Harlow was the main character of that game. I should try playing that one of these days, see if I can get my hands on a copy of it. I don't really need to make anything. I would like to swipe your stuff, though, if I can. Thanks for the story, I'm stealing your moonshine.
Come on.
I like how there's little marks on the map, but I have not been to this place yet, so, you know. And the thing that makes this even funnier is that John straight up says to Bonnie in the first game that he's never been to New Austin. He specifically says the gang never made it this far west, but I don't know, it seems like the gang did make it down here at some point or another. And obviously John is there right now. As a matter of fact, let's go to McFarlane Ranch.
Easy now.
Howdy, you fellas are gonna save me from a gunshot in the future. Wanna come in and say hi? Excepting you won't let me. Oh, hi, dog. Hello, doggy.
Hey, buddy.
Is a good boy. Is a good boy. I see the ranch isn't quite fully up to speed yet, though. Jailhouse isn't here, the burn's not here. The general store is, I think... No, the general store is not here either. Train station is, though, apparently. I think this right here is the house they give John when he's here.
All right.
Hi. You looking for someone?
Keep at it, partner.
It's a train station, except sort of not. So, yeah, let's just explore a few places, eh? And, see about getting the rest of the herbs I need to get.
There.
It's like I know there used to be a ranch up here in the first game, but I guess perhaps it hasn't been built yet. Oh boy! Now I can do this! Fast and the Furious, 1906. Is that a light up in that tree? Is there somebody up there? Can I show you my cool horse drifting technique? Excuse me? Hello? It's an interesting voice you got there, friend. Yeah, well now you don't have a pot. What are you gonna do now, huh? Nothing, that's what.
Good girl. Let's go. Good work, girl. As usual.
As usual. Oh god, wolves.
Lady. Not now.
Actually, don't I have a bunch of poisonous arrows? Come on then, lads.
Okay, okay. Slow now.
You want some of this? I fought wolves before. Again, I've said it before, there's a lot of stuff that kind of contradicts the first game in this one. But there's also a lot of little details that just blend together so well. Like, for example, one thing... Like John gets his scars because he gets mauled by a bunch of wolves at the beginning of this game. And in the first game, if you go after wolves with just a knife, which is something that's required for certain challenges, the thing John says is, "How do you think I got these scars?" basically. So it's like neat little things like that. You know, John does his impression of the Joker, a character who won't be invented in another, let's see. First game takes place in 1911, so that would be another... Math is failing me right now. 9. Yeah, another 29 years. Because I think the Joker was invented, I say, like he's a goddamn machine. Created in 1940, so. And the scars thing didn't even come up until that one, Nolan movie, so.
Horse.
Horse!
You know what to do, girl.
What do you mean she knows what to do? What the hell are you talking about? Anyway, the only other 2 herbs I can think of I really need down this way, I think. I know I'm missing, like, 6 or 7 now, but the only 2 herbs I can think of right now that I need down this way are red sage and desert sage, and one of them I can get up around Fort Mercer, the other one I can get around Gaptooth Ridge, so let's head that way. Howdy, folks!
You, mister.
Even when he's riding up and yelling at folk, Arthur usually sounds a bit more pleasant about it, but John sounds like he's picking a fight every time. You, mister.
Whoa, whoa!
We can steal the fruits of it. Come on, let's kill this vaquero.
You're up. You're okay.
Excuse me? I think I just took a bullet to the head. You know, it's goddamn Del Lobos again. It's interesting, you know, none of the other gangs that John has to deal with in the first game appear to be here.
There's my girl.
Oh, I loot the rest of them, but it seems like there's somebody over this way. Hello, is there somebody who requires my aid? A white blip popped up. Is there nobody here? Oh, was it you?
Whoa. Keep your distance, friend. These bodies ain't safe to be around. Oh, Lord, you're heavy.
What's wrong with him? Aside from being dead.
You ain't heard about the cholera plague in Armadillo? Most of the towns either died or up and left.
So, why are you burning them?
It's what the town folk want. Trying to stop the spread. Terrible business. But lucrative, I have to say.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a Rockstar game. Bullets to the head don't mean anything. Apparently cholera does, though. That's a mighty fine epitaph. Rose E. Tennerton. But not forgotten. Hank McFarlane. Oh, one of the McFarlanes. Died of, TB. Gideon Knox. 6 wives proved one too many. Oh dear. Dwight Bundy. Brave soldier. Josephine Bird. But not forgotten. John Doe. Cowboy of No Name died on September 16th, 1897. Owen McFarlane. I see Alma Horlick's grave isn't here, but you know, I mean, I do need to run into her in the original game. It's mind if I'm burning. You probably should have put that body in a bit closer, though, if I do say so. Not to criticize your body burning techniques. Theodore Kilbane of St. Louis. He came in search of fortune and is still looking. Judith Johnson, who died. Okay, nothing. In memory of Francis Moon, brother of Herbert Moon. Always took a joke too far. It's a grave you can find in the first game. You're awful rough looking yourself, fella. You sure you haven't caught anything? Intense horse carrying action. Oh, come on, I can get in there later.
You got this, girl.
What are you, pig? Is this the collared peccary pigs I've heard so much about? Yeah, although that one there is a pretty shitty one. I need some of this pig skin for stuff at the trappers. How much, I can't recall, but...
Sorry, my friend.
Looks like I haven't found any Gila monsters either, so they must be down here too somewhere. Your beard is covered in blood, John.
Come on, girl. One more time.
Sometimes I like to smear my beard in pig's blood. Keeps me hungry all the day. Gives me an edge. Oh hey, there's a ranch up here. Let's check that out before I go to Armadillo and see the horrid things that are probably happening there.
Good girl.
Sigan a su madre todos.
Hey, up.
Voy para afuera.
Había un viejo aquí. Quiero decir, tenía una bella dama, pero aquel pistolero tenía una bella daga.
Have you ever seen a Mexican pistol?
Los de lobo.
Honey, you
son
knew
crueles.
Austin. You can't move for
Los de
seeing
lobo
Mexican
son
prigs.
malos.
And
Probarán
all
las
other kinds of
mujeres.
prigs besides.
Y
And you know what
dejarán
else?
menos
They don't look
agua.
any different than any other kind.
Oh, that's all very nice.
Well, from what I hear is you ain't very nice people. So that means we're gonna get along just fine.
I like this lady.
Ooh.
Me too.
Oy, oy, oy. Upale. Yes.
Okay then.
Hey, hey.
You boys in five.
Hey! Having fun without me? Cabrones! Wait, my friend. We had no fun in your absence.
We're not gonna have any fun now in a minute. Or maybe John wants to see if he can have some fun as well.
Why don't you turn in, honey? We'll carry on where we left off when the sun's up.
Well,
Okay, yeah.
what will you pay for?
The sun's already up.
Looks like you got some decent pickings from them boys.
I ain't looking for company.
I mean, I'm not gonna do nothing to her. Let's see if she left anything behind. She did. Abigail be pleased. Abigail be pleased because I'm gonna steal a bunch of shit from this crowd and I'm not even gonna start a gunfight. I mean, presumably. I apparently have trapped myself. And these guys have expensive tastes in cigarettes. Ah, cocaine. Or cocaine gum, I suppose I should say. Delicious bourbon. Yes, I completely neglected to say anything about it earlier, but yeah, you said you were having some Maker's Mark, eh, Rolls? That's a pretty good one. I haven't had a bourbon in a while. I should maybe pick up some more. I do love the old standby that is Wild Turkey, but oddly enough, like there's this one particular one they made called Wild Turkey 81 or something like that, which is just an 81 proof Wild Turkey. And it's, I don't know, regular Wild Turkey is great, and that stuff is garbage, and I don't know what the difference is. There just is a difference. It's weird. Now, if I'm feeling particularly fancy, I'll pick up a bottle of Basil Hayden's. It's another fairly good bourbon. And there was one called Buffalo Trace that me and a buddy drank once. Oh, this is new. What's this? Oh, prayer poppy. Good, I needed that too. Actually, fun story about Buffalo Trace. It was years ago now. I've actually worn a shirt I've gotten from it at on stream a couple of times, but there's this there's this metal festival that happens every year in Montreal, usually every year anyway, called Heavy MTL, and back in 2000, oh god, when was it? 2012 or 13, I think it was. Me and him went to that, and well, first of all, I have to say it was a great show, because I saw a bunch of bands that I've been meaning to see for ages. I saw some new ones I wasn't aware of before, and, like, I mean, that year, Rob Zombie closed off the show, Glenn Danzig played, and Doyle from The Misfits showed up, and it was almost like a mini Misfits reunion. It was good. Amon Amarth played, oh god, the name of the band. The guys in the costumes. Why am I forgetting this? Odorous Ungress is the name of one of the people in the band. Jesus, I have to look this up now. I'm gonna kick myself for forgetting it too, because they're very... Well, I mean, he was in it, because now he's dead. Gwar! Gwar. Why the hell did I forget about Gwar? Oh, you've been to Buffalo Trace's distillery? Ah, nice. Yeah, if I ever make it down that way, I'll have to check it out. What the hell is this? Somebody left their boot behind. That's a shame.
Hello, girl.
Well, that's like if I ever get over to Ireland, I'm gonna want to go to Bushmills Distillery too. But yeah, I saw Gwar. There was a band called Huntress that was the first time I'd ever seen them, and they were amazing. But yeah, it was pretty good. Anyway, point is, going back to the Buffalo Trace part of the story, when we got there, we went to this hotel, and we bought a bottle of Buffalo Trace in the liquor store in Ontario before we left to go to Montreal, and so we caught a few shows at a club that was tied up with Heavy MTL prior to actually going to the show in the park the next day, and then we got back to the hotel. We ordered the most confusing pizza I've ever seen. The reason why I call it confusing is because what happened, right? Okay, I'm just going to switch over to the webcam for a minute because I need to actually tell the story, the whole thing, before I carry on. I was like, okay, so we got this pizza, right? And it was the most confusing thing I'd ever seen. And it's not that it was a bad pizza, don't get me wrong. What happened was we ordered this pizza, right? And we had it delivered to our hotel room. And so they bring it up to us. And it was only a simple pizza. It was just like cheese, sauce, bacon, pepperoni, that kind of thing. And they give us the pizza. And we open it up. And it wasn't cut. It was just a full-size pizza. That wasn't sliced, like you would assume a takeout place would do. I don't even remember where the fuck we ordered this thing from. It wasn't a chain. It just happened to be a pizza joint that was near the hotel. Which, you know, okay, whatever. So the pizza wasn't cut. And it just came in a box. And this was like midnight or past that, and we didn't really know what the hell we were going to do with the damn thing. and my buddy had a pocket knife, so he was like, okay, I'm going to try to cut the pizza with the pocket knife, and then so he starts cutting the pizza, and there was so much sauce on the pizza that all the cheese and toppings on top of the damn thing were just kind of floating around as if it was on a sea of sauce, so it's like it was going everywhere. And we were looking at it, and we were like, there's no way we're going to be able to eat this thing with our hands without plates, but we don't have any plates. So what he did was he took the top of the box off, and he cut the top into the shape of, like, pizza slice-shaped plates. So we put the slices on top of the cut-up pizza box, and we ate it that way. It was a confusing mess. At this point, we were already drinking, so we didn't know what we were doing. And it took us, I'd say, a solid 15-20 minutes to figure out how we were going to eat this damn thing. But I shit you not, it was one of the best pizzas I ever ate. And I can't remember where we got it from, so if ever I go to Montreal again, I got no idea what I hope they're still open, but I don't know, man, it was weird. But anyway, the Buffalo Trace part of the story, we started drinking that bottle of Buffalo Trace. So what happened was we were eating this pizza, drinking the bottle of Buffalo Trace, and it was like a full 40 of Buffalo Trace. We split it between the two of us, and we watched, for whatever reason, one of the channels on the TV in the hotel room was just marathoning King of the Hill for some reason. So we were just eating this confusing pizza, drinking a bottle of Buffalo Trace, and watching King of the Hill, and in the span of 3 hours, that bottle was gone. And then we had this wicked hangover the next day. So then we had to go down to the subway, right? We went down to the subway because the hotel wasn't too far from the park. Park Rondell or something, I think is... No, not Rondell. That's where the amusement park is in Montreal. It's something else. Anyway, so the amusement park wasn't too far from the hotel. He specifically planned it for this. So, like, it was maybe like a 5-10 minute subway ride from the hotel to the park. So we go down there, and down in the subway area, there's a McDonald's. So I was, like, wickedly hungover, and, like, the really dry kind of hungover, and I'm just thinking to myself, I was like, oh god, I gotta eat something, and I've got to get some liquid in me, because I'm not gonna make it otherwise. This was, like, 9 o'clock in the morning. So we go to the McDonald's down there, and, so I was like, okay, I'm not a huge McDonald's fan, but I'll take what I can get. Anything with a pile of grease in it's going to help me now, I say to myself. And it's like, oh, there's this hamburger they have here I haven't seen before that has 3 different cheeses on it. All it is just a hamburger and cheese. And then I'm thinking to myself, and at this point my head is full of cotton balls, so I'm like, oh god, because I was basically bilingual for several years because I learned French in school from grade 4 up. But it had been several years since I had to use any, so it's all gone now. I understand French to read it, but I have difficulty speaking it now. So I was like, oh shit. Okay, so I start in French, and then I switch over to English, trying to say that I want a combo with this burger. It's like, okay, just give me the burger, the fries, and a big old drink. Because I switched languages halfway through, the person who was serving me thought I said I only wanted 2 of those burgers and that's it, so I got 2 of these big, completely cheese-covered hamburgers and absolutely no drink. And it was salty as a motherfucker. It was the saltiest damn thing that I ever ate, because of course it's McDonald's. So I'm friggin' perched. I can't... Like, I eat this thing. I eat both of those things on the subway ride there. And like I said, it's only a 5-10 minute ride, so I just inhaled these hamburgers on the way to the park. And then we get there, and I'm just thirsty as hell. And the first thing that we see is, they're handing out beer, because this, event was sponsored by, like, oh god, I think it was Molson Canadian sponsored it. And I don't really like it, but it was the closest thing I had to drink at the time, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take that, because my throat has turned into a desert. Thankfully, they started giving out free water afterwards, because this was in July, but, you know. So that is the story, the random story of the heavy MTL trip. It's a damn good trip, really. It was a damn good trip. I've got a lot of stuff about that. Like, for example, I spent half a day wandering around Ottawa because I had to wait for my buddy to get off work at the time. And then we drove to Montreal from there. And his GPS kept trying to kill us. Because a year before that, we went to see Megadeth and Motorhead during their Gigantor thing in Kingston. And when we were driving to Kingston from where he was staying, his GPS told him to turn right. And if we turned right, we would have driven into a lake. So, there's that. But when we drove to Montreal, his GPS told us to take a side road rather than the main highway. When we took the side road, we were in the middle of all these plains, right? But then we ended up driving through this thick forest. Like this really thick forest. And all it was what seemed to be a single lane road going straight down the middle of the forest. And we were driving for a solid 25 minutes, I'd say, when finally he stopped and looked at me and said, I don't know where we're going. I think we're still going the right way. This is where it's telling me to go. But he said to me, if I hear banjos playing now, we're bailing out of the car, we're running, is what he told me. Because if another car was coming the other way towards us, there's no way in hell we would have gotten around each other. The road was that narrow. But we made it through fine, so you know, whatever. Anyway, that's my heavy MTL story. One of them. I've got a bunch, but let's go back to the game. Now that we've had that detour. I really want pizza now, you know? Damn, I shouldn't have said anything. Wait, what's happening? Who's shooting?
We're here, Sheriff, and we got the money. You're
Back
gonna
off,
bring him
okay?
out?
We got some business with the sheriff.
We rode a long way, and not just to shoot up the jailhouse. You don't want to disappoint us,
You
Sheriff.
got business? Go ahead and conduct it.
Bargain's a bargain. Put your guns away.
I'm glad to see you're a man of your word.
We're
To
a
us at
nervous
least.
bunch, okay? Back off already.
Be smart, okay? Listen to him. Look, I should like my funds. Gentlemen.
That's the problem, you see. We only pay persons who will continue to be useful.
No, we had a bargain.
Well, I could have done this a bit sooner. Oh, Sheriff's still alive, though. We're good.
Oh my. Oh my. If it wasn't for you, sir, if it wasn't for you, whew, how lucky we are. The hero we so required. Armadillo is indebted to you. Though I fear it may be beyond saving.
You're an awful flowery fella.
I don't know what you made of that, but it was a close thing. And in light of that, and the sad demise of this settlement, I am resigning my post. You will see that I've packed my valise, but the accoutrements of my profession remain in my desk.
Glad I was able to help you out of that, Sheriff. Sad you won't stick around.
Well, so long. I must see about a train.
Somebody should see about that fire. Now, if that was Leigh Johnson, he wouldn't be as flowery, and he probably wouldn't have left as much as he hated this place. Plenty of banjo playing down in Arkansas. Yeah, not the stereotype, but I believe it. Oh, look, these guys are friends. They're friends in death. To, you know, quote myself from when I was streaming Undead Nightmare. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been in school, but to answer your question, as far as I know, yeah, French is a requirement, seeing as how technically we're a bilingual country. And honestly, I didn't really find it too hard of a language to pick up, but, you know, some people did, some people didn't. Because what it was is I did French from grade 4 on, and that was... when I was in elementary school, actually, is when they changed that, because at the very least in Newfoundland, French wasn't required. It was a thing you had to actually elect into, but I think around the time I was in grade 4, they were like, okay, so we're gonna make French mandatory for a while. So I did French from grade 4 onward, and in grade 11 and 12, I actually did other courses in French. I did geography and I did history in French, which was interesting. Because it was just basically like a history or a geography course, it's just that you did it entirely in French. And I mean, honestly, I didn't find it too strange, it just was what it was to me. And hey, I actually got a trip to Montreal out of it, because there was a class trip to Montreal in grades 9 or 10, I think I went to, which was really fun. It was the first time I was ever on a roller coaster, because that amusement park I mentioned earlier, we went there.
Leave town. Get out of here.
Mister?
Hey, friend.
Hello, town crier.
Place is full of cholera. Head in there at your own peril. Well, half the town has died and most of the rest have fled.
Still?
Sure. A few years ago it was the scarlet fever. Then it was the desert plague. Then typhus. Now the cholera. Bad business. Some folks say the whole town is cursed. Whole town's got cholera! Here, you can read for yourself.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
I mean, I'll still hang around because I know I'm not going to die yet. Preventatives of cholera. Notice, Storm.
I'm almost certainly contaminated.
I mean, if you're going to be antsy about it, I'll do this. I'll come over here. Preventatives of cholera. Notice to Armadillo Town citizens. Preventatives of cholera. Published by order of the New Austin Sanatory, that's not how you spell that word, Committee. Do not drink any water which has not previously been boiled. Avoid consumption of fruits, beans, and vegetables. Drink ardent spirits in moderation. Only smoke good and clean tobacco. Remove socks and boots while sleeping. I mean, you know, to me that's common sense, but okay. Refrain from sharing bath water with others, even family members. Attend immediately to disorders of the bowel. Defecate neatly and away from common living areas.
Get out of here!
Get out of here! Residents who are able to leave the area are advised to do so by Order A. Abbott, Clerk of Sanatory Committee. Bring out your dead! He should very well do that. I think there might be a wheelbarrow around back of town with a corpse pit.
Come on in, mister. New to Armadillo?
Mister. Thanks, partner.
Nice to see you're still
What can I
open.
get you?
Mister.
Give me anything you like.
So few folks coming through here now. Means we still got some good stuff left.
The hell are you looking at?
Whiskey's about the only thing left that's safe to drink in this town. I should warn you, I'm sick, but so is pretty much everyone else around here. Apart from that son of a bitch who runs the general store. That might be the cruelest irony of them all.
Son of a bitch?
Horrible
Son of a bitch who runs the general store, you say?
Stay around here any longer than you need to. Especially if you got loved ones expecting you home. Anyway, sorry to be a misery, friend. A few more drinks and I'll have a smile on my face again.
Partner? You don't look so good.
He just told you, John. He just told you! Ah, that's a rather scintillating picture you have behind your bar, my friend.
me. Hear me now. Oh, you. Get out of here. If you...
Come on, let's go.
Who said that now?
Enough already, let's go. Honey, someone's coming. Look.
Hi, who are you?
I think that should do it. Let's go. We're leaving town. There's a cholera epidemic. I suggest you do the same. All right, let's go.
Let's go already.
Well, good luck to you.
And you, sir. Stay clear of town.
Now you say stay clear of town. We're in the middle of town. Something's on fire over there. All these bloodstains are from men I murdered.
We're in a hurry, sorry.
Is that a man in a wagon? How you doing up here?
Mister,
You back to visit more pain on us folk?
What pain?
I'm not looking for any trouble. You keep yourself well now.
Farewell.
I mean, the only people I fucked up in this town were guys who were gonna kill the sheriff. So don't you be getting uppity with me, my friend, or I will run into this cactus. Yeah, and then how will you feel? Oh, let's go see an old friend, shall we? It's Herbert Moon!
Emporium. Pomade and soap next to my counter if you're trying to woo one of them diseased folk out there. Pair that with a cigar in the corner, and you're all set.
Who's that?
I don't know. It's just a little portrait somebody gave me once. I always quite liked it. Why?
No reason. Just seemed familiar. Anyway.
This is a no admittance area. You have to go back.
Relax,
That's the strange man. Why does he have a portrait of the strange man behind his counter?
Keep it clean. That's all I want.
What do you have, Herbert Moon?
I keep this around for my literate clients. Enjoy.
It's Herbert Moon! The armadillo. I like the look of the scrapper. Let's get that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Quality is actually cheaper over the long term.
I mean, I'll agree with him on that one, but Herbert Moon is a horrible son of a bitch.
Sure, you can keep browsing.
So, Herbert. Can I not rob you?
Be seeing you.
I mean, you just sold me this outfit, but...
No masks allowed in the store. Kindly remove.
No.
I want all the money you got. Right now.
Please! Armadillo needs Herbert Moon! Do all you want, I'll even open it for you. What a triumph. You're basically stealing from the entire town of Armadillo.
No, I'm stealing from you, which makes me... I don't know, it just warms my heart.
Thank you.
Lord, why have you abandoned your best friend?
That's exactly what he says in the first game. Anyway, you're coming with me now.
Everything? Okay then, feel free to go!
Can you...
How do you like that?
This isn't for me!
This'll all be over soon.
Somebody help Herbert Moon! This is your problem!
Can I not take you with me? Eh, whatever. I'll leave you alone for now. Might come back later. I see I got a letter. Letter to Herbert from Herberta. Ooh. Letter from a defiant daughter to her papa, Herbert Moon. He has a daughter? Papa, I know you do not like Isaac. I cannot bear that I have sullied your bloodline, as you put it, but I beg you not to cut me off as a daughter. I love and respect you, but I also love my husband. Even though you consider the cause of blood and the selling of groceries to be the purest and best of callings, I feel called to a different path. Isaac and I are dedicating ourselves to helping the poor. I am sure your God will hate me for marrying a Jew, but Isaac is a good man, whatever you may think. Oh, Papa, I pray for you. To the God you believe must hate me. Wait. I pray for you, to the God you believe must hate me, and that he in his infinite wisdom can make you see that I am not the sinner you believe me to be. Either way, I love you and hope you will forgive me for this unpardonable sin and come and see your grandchild when it arrives. Your daughter, Herberta Solomons. So, has he always been an anti-Semitic bastard, or did he only become an anti-Semitic bastard after his daughter married a Jewish guy?
Howdy, mister.
Feller?
You okay, friend? Hope you're one of the lucky ones.
Maybe I'll see you.
Also, the thing I found so terribly amusing was the fact that, he just basically screamed out, "Somebody help me, it's Herbert Moon," which is usually the way most people are first introduced to that character in the first game, because what happens, right, is in the first game, every town you ride into is coded so that a random shopkeeper will every now and then run out and call out to you, and they'll be like, "Oh, somebody just robbed me." And they'll just be running out and just yelling, like, generalized, "Help, help, I've been robbed," that kind of thing. And then you could run down whoever robbed them and either kill them or hogtie them and bring them back to the shopkeeper. In Armadillo, however, what happens is the game is glitched that Herbert Moon is the only person, the only one, who ever calls out for help. Oh, I've rode all the way to Twin Rocks, how about that? And the way that Herbert Moon calls for help is he runs out into the street screaming, "Help! It's Herbert Moon!" Which makes you think that you have to hunt down a guy called Herbert Moon, but okay.
Calm down.
Yeah, I'm going.
Head up.
I saw some smoke in the distance, but I could be wrong. Where do I want to go now, I wonder? Let's follow this road. Maybe I'll go down the Rathskeller Fork. Oh, Sandstorm.
Hey, hey, easy.
Let's give this traveler some direction.
How about no? No, horse, come back. You have weapons I need. Ah, the hell with it. Son of 1,000 whores! My friend, you don't understand biology. I'm the son of a single whore, thank you very much. Seriously, simple biology. It's not that hard to figure out. I cannot be birthed by 1,000 women, my friend. It seems strange. So strange. Seemed like an odd thing to say to your horse, John. That seemed awful familiar, John. Your wife probably hasn't been gone that long, John. Oh hey, this is Pleasance. That's that place I can buy in the first game. From that cantankerous old man. Ooh, we got some good stuff down here. It says share. Well, I mean, if they're sharing the wealth to me, that's fine. I don't plan on putting anything in return. I like how there's so many places down here that I can just nab. John has no concern for property rights, except for when it comes to his own farm. And now we sleep. We sleep for 12 hours. Why? Why not? John's a sleepy man. In case you're wondering what that noise was, I just cracked nearly every bone in my body. I have bad joints.
You okay, girl?
Let's see, this place hasn't changed much.
Let's go.
OS, young man. Yeah, seeing this place really takes me back, though. It's a very much updated version of this map, of course, but everything is just so familiar. Like here's Oddfollow's Rest, for example. Relatives. She lived every day as if it were her last, especially this one. Matilda Eves departed this life, Dogus. Her memory is cherished. And a Chilcot. Is the one grave here, I wonder? Edgar Shelton, struck by lightning. Lila Shelton, also struck by lightning. Wait, did they both die the same year? 1863? No, 5. Okay, yeah. What are the odds? Sergeant Joseph Drummond. Brave soldier called to hire service. Ira Summers. His memory and syphilis will live on. I think that one was actually there in the first game. Yeah, there was a guy who I had to track down, and he turned out to be buried here. Ellen Nugent died of an epileptic fit. I don't see his grave right now, though. Maybe he's not here. If you're reading this, I must be dead. Dorothy Hewitt. Ah, nope, there he is. Pete Turner. 1894. Leaves behind a loving fiancée, Alma Horlick. That is not. Oh, you're going to bed now, Rolls? Okay, cool. Good night. Yes, you did hear correct. I will be back tomorrow. I will start streaming probably... I don't have an exact time. It's going to be sometime between 2 and 4, I'd say. And I'm going to be streaming several things, because I've got quite a bit of time tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the Final Fantasy VII demo. I'm going to be doing the Resident Evil 3 remake demo. And then after that, I'm going to play some Resident Evil 2. So it's going to be a big stream day tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming for several hours, so you're going to have lots of opportunity to drop by.
Okay? And leave your boots on your stinking feet. I'll leave my boots up your stinking ass. Hey, move it, move it.
I'm moving all right. Just passing through.
That's faster than...
Okay. But yeah, no, I figure I've got quite a bit of time tomorrow, so it's just well to get a bunch of stuff out of the way. I really want to play the Resident Evil 3 demo remake. Resident Evil 3 remake demo. There we go, let's go with that. But, like, Final Fantasy VII is something I'm not as hyped about for some reason. I don't know, I was never a huge fan of the game. Which is blasphemy, I know. But I still want to check it out, because it does look pretty good, so yeah. So in any case, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow sometime, Rolls, and you have yourself a good night. But yeah, no, that right there, that's not the epitaph that used to be on that on that grave. It used to be something like how we will never dance in the moonlight no more, or something like that. Here lies my third husband, fourth time lucky.
There. Let's go, girl.
Well, let's ride further down this road. See what we can see.
Sir!
Sir! Wind just blew exceptionally hard on the window for some reason. Some more feverfew. Also some more feverfew, don't really need that.
Oh! Partner!
Ah, yes, here's Ridgewood, I believe. Ridgewood Farm. Yes, yes it is.
Hello there, ma'am! Sir!
You folks enjoy yourselves. A fellow named Bill Williamson's gonna ride through here in a few years, and you're not going to like it. Just saying. Let's have ourselves a little ride over to Tumbleweed. That's a town that is not on hard times quite yet. I don't remember there being a house here. What is this? Whoa, what the fuck? I guess that's why I don't remember there being a house here. What just happened? What? I mean, yes, there's mushrooms here, but what the hell? There's a lot of machinery, and was there a distillery in here, or?
Good girl. Let's go.
I mean, okay, whatever. Curious thing, that. Oh, hey, unknown animal? What's that then? Whoa, what? Oh shit. Oh no, that's a cougar. That's a cougar. That's a cougar. Oh god! And now I'm dead. That didn't work out very well for me now, did it? Oh no. And what is this? Nothing, apparently. There's nothing here of interest.
You know what to do, girl.
I'll tell you what, let's head down to Tumbleweed if I can get my way down there, and then we'll leave it off at that. Still an unknown animal, even though it's a pronghorn. I must study you. Come back. Sonaran pronghorn. Boom!
Cool it, Missy.
Oh wait, I had skinned a bunch of things, and their pelts are no longer on my horse because I died, and that sucks. Oh well. I think there's a butcher in Tumbleweed, so let's go take a look. Oh look, there's people here. Tumbleweed has not quite died yet.
Oh, ma'am!
Enjoy your time here, people. Enjoy it safely. Enjoy it respectfully, and we shall respect you.
Ah, the sheriff.
All of you.
Now that's some look you got there.
This is Tumbleweed. We are the end of the civilized world. anarchy exists just outside this town. But here, life is good. And life is good because we follow the rules. Disobedience will be fatal. None of you forget that. Welcome to Tumbleweed, son. Treat us with respect and we'll love you like family. Misbehave, and we'll slaughter you like a hog. That clear, boy? I said, is that clear, boy?
I ain't a troublemaker.
Not yet, anyway.
That's true.
Morning to you.
This
Hello, miss.
is a law-abiding town, my friends. We follow the rules. We live the rules. The rules make us happy. The
Howdy,
rules
sir.
are America.
Haven't seen you here before.
America
Take
is
a look.
land of laws. I am the arbiter of the law. I am the rules.
Law!
The rule of law shall be absolute. I hope that is clear.
Guess I should head out there hunting again. Good doing business with you. Thanks, mister.
Apparently he is the law. He is some kind of old-timey Old West Judge Dredd.
Always nice to see a new face. You settling down or just passing through?
Good morning to you.
What's your pleasure?
Roast beef, my friend.
Food. Can I get a meal?
We don't want your troublesome kind around here, all right?
Why is everyone calling me troublesome? I haven't killed anybody here yet. Keyword is yet.
Behind you, partner.
People!
Easy.
Please obey the rules. From law and order, good things follow. From disobedience, only death shall be your reward.
Well, okay then.
Welcome, mister. Let me know if I can help you find something. If you're hungry, I got some produce by the window behind you and some canned goods over by the wall.
Give me some new clothes. This outfit's covered in blood and ain't nice looking. The Leatherman. Ooh, I'm gonna be a member of the YMCA, it seems. Not the YMCA. Village People.
Like
the crowd that sung the YMCA. The Cow Puncher.
I sell at least one of those every day.
The Drifter. The fitting suitable for a dapper nomad. I'm a dapper nomad. Yes, I am a dapper nomad. I'll take that.
That's worth it, trust me.
Dapper nomad is me.
You need anything else?
Nope.
Bye now.
Enjoy your time here, people. Enjoy it safely. Enjoy it respectfully, and we respect you.
Relax.
Lord, gonna get vengeance. Is that so?
I cannot brush the horse. That's a shame.
Having a wonderful day today. A wonderful law-abiding day.
Well, let's have ourselves a little ride out and see if we can find one of those last herbs I need, and then after that, that might actually be enough for today. I've only done actually one mission of consequence, but aside from that, I mean, you know, just riding about, exploring new areas. That kind of thing.
That's my lady. Who's my girl?
Now, the thing is, when they say you have to have, a $250 bounty in every state, does that include New Austin? I'm not sure. Because if that's the case, then that's definitely a trophy you can only get, or achievement, if you're a Xbox or PC player, that you can only get playing as John, because Arthur can't get his way down here, of course. That is not any of the sages. Let's see if there's somebody over here I can befriend or rob.
Go on. I need your type in my damn pitch. Get lost, will you?
I mean no harm. I'm just a visitor.
But maybe I do!
Put those ham fists in your pockets and give me your cash. You ain't very tough. That was on you.
I mean, I wanted to just rob you as peacefully as possible, but clearly that's not how this is going to work. So here we are.
You really should have listened.
Appaloosa! Well, I guess I need to keep riding this way if I'm gonna find a new herb. If I'm remembering correctly from when I was playing online, then it's probably a bit south of where the mine is. Like part of an old wagon train. Is here a gunshot? Hey, I think that's a, monster. What are you doing? No, stop that. If I remember correctly, I need to use a varmint rifle for those. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. That was a desert iguana, never mind.
There's my girl.
Hey, there's a corpse over here. For what reason, do I wonder?
One way or another, we're up and in this box. I don't got the key. You, please, help me. Shut your mouth.
Hey, mister, you still alive?
Still got your wits?
Nice chops.
I can't even. You have saved my life. I can't thank you enough. Whatever is in that box is yours.
I'll explain the loss. Far as I'm
Cool.
concerned, you earned it.
I was waiting for you to say that.
As far as I'm concerned, it's a chivalrous robbery. Yes, we'll call it that. I can't haul him off of the wagon, so screw it. Oh boy, I get some canned vegetables. It is the greatest of rewards. I feel so accomplished now. Fantastic, that. Is this what I was looking for? I don't think it is. Nope, that's just oregano.
You got this, girl.
Seems like herbs are growing few and far between down this way, but then again, it is a slightly arid desert, so perhaps that makes sense. Yeah, that's not it either. I think it's got like red or purple flowers, one or the other. Because the red flowers, of course, are the red sage, makes sense, and the purple ones are the desert sage, if I remember correctly.
Proud of you.
So I was gonna hunt some Gila monsters.
Come on, girl.
Yeah, that didn't upgrade. Shame. Oh well. Ah, friggin' raspberry. Delicious though they may be, that is not the plant I'm looking for. I thought I expected it was, to be honest. See, the funny thing is, it doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot to do down this way. I feel like this was... Well, I think the story is that they originally planned on actually having Arthur to have more to do down this way. But then they had to cut it due to time. And then it just became a spot that you were able to do stuff in online, so... Ah, what's this? Ah, good, Desert Sage. I think Red Sage is the only one I need to find down here then, maybe. I don't know. How many more do I have left? 5 more. Alright, I'm missing a few then. But we'll see. We'll see.
You know what to do.
In any case, let's have a look at the journal, and that'll be it for tonight, I think. I've streamed this for quite some time, if you take the 2 streams into consideration. Wild Fever Few. English Mace. Went to Saint Denis with Uncle because Charles Smith was there and in trouble. Charles had taken to boxing and did not seem in too much trouble after all, until we stumbled into some local gangsters who wanted to shoot both of us. But now he's here and I've got myself a completely different family to the one I had a while ago. Not sure what to make of that. That's a really shitty drawing of a pig, not Arthur, John. Anyway, let's save that. No, that is where I need to go to save that. Come on now. $89.5%. Getting closer. Anyway, so that's going to be it for that tonight, and as I've said a couple of times now already, tomorrow, sometime between 2 and 4 Newfoundland Standard Time, we're going to be starting with the Final Fantasy VII demo, and then we're going to carry on with the Resident Evil 3 demo, and then we're going to be playing some Resident Evil 2 for the remainder of the day. So tomorrow is going to be a fairly long stream day. If you happen to stop by to watch, I thank you very much for doing so, and hopefully you will join me tomorrow for all that stuff I just mentioned. Until then, however, as always, I wish you a farewell, and I hope you have a great day. Or night, I suppose, at this point, because, I mean, Christ's sake, it's after 2 in the morning now. It's night most places you can think of now. Early morning, depending on if you're on the other side of the world, but this is just drunken rambling now. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Ta-ta for now. Have a good whatever time it is.